The sheep grazed peacefully. The dog gave a low growl. She grumbled about the food. She was picked up by her guardian. He gulped down beer. We must preserve the panda's habitat. He is a habitual drunkard. We halted a plan for the new building. It was a hasty party arrangement. A heap of colorful balloons covered the floor. Her work is very hectic. Make sure to heed all signs. The heavy rain didn't hinder our determination. The humidity in this room is 50%. This is an impractical idea. You should avoid impulse buys. My laptop computer incorporates a speaker. I'm indebted for your help. He remained indifferent to the news. COVID is a highly infectious disease. The universe is filled with infinite possibilities. Don't inflict your opinion on others. He bought ingredients for curry. He is a model inmate. She responds to customer inquiries. The ring had a meaningful inscription inside. She was insistent on having her own way. People interact with each other. Teamwork is integral for success. There are no intact forests. She instilled confidence in her children. They integrated two groups into one. The police interrogated him all night long. Her idea sounds intriguing. The password is invalid. I received the invoice for the purchase. Farmers irrigate crops for better growth. I checked my travel itinerary. The ceiling is leaking. She is lenient with her child. Computer literacy is important. It is mandatory to fasten a seatbelt. She has a strong materialistic desire. The movie received mediocre reviews. The boat is at the mercy of the waves. Children mimic their parents. I am too shy to mingle with others. Her narrative was compelling. Please notify me as soon as possible. He is a notorious pirate. His invention has novelty. The noise became a nuisance for neighbors. Her family nurtures her musical talent. This is a nutritious breakfast. This fashion is obsolete. Our objective is to improve customer satisfaction. The construction work obstructed the road. He is obedient to his parents. This fund will help offset the loss. He always omits details. He was oppressed by his father. The charity supports orphans worldwide. She felt like an outcast at the new school. He tried to outsmart his opponent. The advantages outweigh the disadvantages. The train is 10 minutes overdue. The car engine was overhauled. The error was due to an oversight. They tried to overthrow the government. I am facing a perilous situation. Do you think man would perish? The perpetual motion of the waves is calming. My petition was denied. He has a phobia of spiders. He is a pious and kind man. He took a daring plunge into the unknown. The spider is a predator that eats insects. I am free from prejudice. I presumed you were a Chinese. He won a prestigious award. She prevailed against all odds. I found a prime spot for our picnic. The country proclaimed its independence. She is proficient in playing the piano. It has been a privilege to work with him. I saw a wedding procession. I have no intention of prosecuting. He provoked a lot of laughter. She is always punctual for appointments. A gang raided a bank. He demanded a ransom. She made a rash decision. The government rationed rice during the war. They were finally reconciled. The building was reconstructed. We need to recruit new members. His speech was redundant. I refine my communication skills. She had to refrain from commenting. They took refuge from the storm. There are many historical relics in the museum. She is reluctant to go with him. He is a reputable doctor. I resent their rude attitude. New buildings are resistant to earthquakes. She is resolute in her decision. He resumed his lecture after a break. The earth revolves around the sun. The earth rotates 365 times a year. The troops started to retreat. Cows are considered sacred in his religion. We suffer from a scarcity of drinking water. I scrubbed the bathtub. The TV program includes a short segment on the weather. She seized her cell phone. She had a serene look on her face. The glass shattered on the floor. He shrugged sadly. I have one sibling, a younger sister. His behavior signified a comfortable feeling. 2 accidents occurred simultaneously. I am skeptical about the information. He tried to sneak into the room. I have to stay sober today. It was a spontaneous action. He began to stagger from exhaustion. I got a stain on my shirt. This bread is too stale to cut. The loud noise startled the sleeping cat. The teacher gave a stern warning to the students. She strives to get good grades. I like to stroll in the park. She is stubborn. She was stunned by the sudden news. He was a sturdy kid. The government will subsidize local businesses. We were summoned by the principal. The humidity surpasses 70%. We shipped a large surplus of food abroad. A boxer swayed back to avoid a punch. His leg began to swell. It was a tedious day. She has an artistic temperament. That song sounds tempting. He testified about the car accident. The snow thaws in spring. He threatened me with a knife. The company has thrived in business. The feather gently tickled her nose. He used a book token to buy a magazine. He is touchy about his reputation. There is a tranquil pond. The roof of this room is transparent. She transplanted flowers to another place. He is a treacherous colleague. She trembled with fear. He trespassed on private property. His comment triggered her reaction. This is a trivial discussion. His suggestion was approved unanimously. We need to investigate underlying issues. She unfolded an umbrella. His criticism was unwarranted.